Now, I'm about to take apart and fix my DreamStation 1 here, and I'm happy for you guys to come along for the ride. But I do want to make one thing really clear, and that is I am not recommending this to you. In fact, I kind of recommend that you don't follow any of the stuff I say on my YouTube channel, all right? You got your doctors, you got your consultants, go listen to them, not some bearded schmuck on YouTube. All right, but if you are interested and you want to see what's inside a DreamStation 1, you want to check out the foam and that sort of thing, by all means, you're welcome to watch. Cheers. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. All right, let's take this apart. 1 screw, 2 screw. And what you can do is, because they're a little bit hard to get to, you kind of just pinch these side bits in, so. All right, once you got that off, this whole top section sort of pulls off. It can just take a little bit of, I guess, it's not too hard to pull off, but you've got to give it a little bit of a, sort of it clicks in, so just sort of pull it off like that. So these parts here sort of click in. All right, now we'll take off the circuit board. Just 2 screws, T3 again. One screw in this one. Another one. And now this section here at the front is just like, it just slots in, so you can literally just lift it up and it's connected here. You can take that part off, it's quite easy. You just sort of flip up this little part at the front here and take off, and then this part just sort of lifts up, swing it round to the back, and you've just got your 2 connectors here. So there's one, boop, boop, and you can just put that, part then to the side. Right, so here's our casing, and this is the foam section. Into the casing. Here's your turbine. I'll take it apart and show you, but there's your turbine in there. Bringing the air in, pushing it out, and then the air runs through this foam section into the actual turbine, which is the big problem. Okay, let's do it. So you've just got a whole bunch of screws here. Basically everywhere where you see metal, but we'll take them all out. Alright, so this is the casing. There's our foam. I'm just going to take off these 4 screws here, which will enable us to get to the motor. I think they'll just provide you a new casing with something, obviously no death foam in it. Okay, so that section now just pops off. It's just sort of, there we go. So here's your turbine. All right, sits in this little section here. I'm going to take it out. Because I'm going to do some operating on this to get the foam out and show you. So there's essentially your CPAP. That is what your CPAP is. So that basically is a fan. Must have a bearing in it and just spins around. And then shoots out the air through this end. Now the problem is, here's the big problem. Where this sits in, you can see there's this little area. So the air comes in through here. This is, you can see I can get my finger through there. Air comes in through here into the turbine and then shoots out this end. So it draws in through there and shoots it out. And unfortunately, just because it's a pretty bad design, the air actually travels through this filter material and then through here. Yeah? Okay, so in through there, and then out through there. You can see the filter material in there. And this casing is like glued shut. If they had like 4 screws in here. You'd literally be able to pull off the top, take the foam out, and you're done. But it's literally welded shut really hard. It's super heavy duty glue, and this casing, like plastic, is thick. You can see how thick it is. It's probably 2 mil thick, so it's really hard to get into. But I'm just going to cut a hole here and then pull it out, and then I'll cut another one here as well and pull it out. All right, so my plan is going to be to cut a hole in here, pull out the foam, and this section here is a lot harder only because it has this little part on it, and that actually runs down into the foam. So I'm going to have to come out around that part and then be able to take that whole section off, and then I'll be able to pull out the foam. All right, let's do it. So this is just a little surgery tool. Ring, ring, ring. And for all you young people out there, make sure you always use protection, all right? All right. There we go. One side out. Now, I was planning on gluing them back on and just see how that works, and then I'll let you know. So I've just got some sandpaper here that I've just been using just to get rid of any sort of fine bits of plastic. You can see there's just a few little bits there that are gone. So you just want to make sure there's no, little bits of plastic that are going to come off. Make sure it's nice and clean. There we go. All right, let's turn her on. All right, so what you might want to do is you might just want to run some air through it to begin with, just to pump out if there's any stuff in there. So maybe leave it running for a good couple of hours. And then, yeah, I'm gonna put my mask on now and see how it goes. All right, so that's it. Surgery has gone extremely well. The DreamStation lives to breathe another night. And just before I go, look, I'm not expecting any of you guys to do what I just did. It's pretty advanced stuff, even though I did get the foam out with a fish hook. But no, in all honesty, you don't need to. Philips will come out with a solution, I'm sure, in a couple of weeks. They'll probably just give you a new casing, or maybe you might even get a DreamStation 2. I'm not sure, but I just thought, you might be interested in seeing what's inside a DreamStation, where the foam is, what the problem is, and that's pretty much it. But look, don't take life too serious, guys. I know it's challenging at the moment and you're all missing your therapy, all you guys on Philips machines. I'm certainly thinking of you all. What I've been saying to people is just remember the thousands of nights you've gone without a machine and you survived to see another day. So you'll all survive, you'll all get through it. Anyway, guys, I wish you all the best. I hope you enjoy the video and take care. I'll be looking out for you. Cheers, bye.